A shame, but these are the 5 things that are going to get my Tobago card revoked. My name is Devonne Adanna, and I am or was raised on the island of Tobago. And many of you may not know this, but Trinidad culture and Tobago culture are very distinct. They're 2 different things because the 2 islands were actually colonized differently and then joined together much later after their initial colonization. So the history of each, the culture of each, they're really, really distinct, separate and apart. No matter, as a Tobagonian, there are things that are very uniquely Tobagonian. And we're going to discuss some of those things today. And we're going to discuss the ones that I have never experienced and that I know Tobagonians are going to be like, are you serious? You're not. No, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. Tobago life is typical of Caribbean life, right? Of island life. So fish is a very central and important character to that life. And this is my confession. I do not like fish broth. Okay, I've said it. Yeah, I don't like fish broth. I don't like fish broth at all. Like I don't get it. I don't understand it, and I find it disgusting. Oh my God. People I know are going to come from any comments. Okay, so fish broth, fish tea. To me, all of that in the same, all of it in the same genre, cuisine, if you will. Brothy soups with pieces of meat in it. Oh, not gonna get me. You're just not gonna catch me with that. Have I eaten it? Yes, I have. Did I detest it every time I ate it? I certainly did. Um, yeah, I just don't like it. Uh, okay, so it's brothy. I don't even, although I really, plenty of people like it with like, to me, it's like a steamed fish in water. And so if we're gonna do that, why not just have the steamed fish? Like, do we need to drink the water with it? Can't we just drink a glass of water separate and apart? That's how I feel about it. Many like it with snapper, maybe kingfish, maybe grouper. But and they eat that. And if you're like anything like my parents or the people around me, you like to eat the eye, you like to eat the fish head. No, I'm not down with it. I'm not down with it. It really irks me and I absolutely hate it. And funny enough, my husband loves it. He thinks it's the greatest thing ever. I mean, he's also from Charlottesville, which is a known fishing village, right? It is one of the fishing villages in Tobago. It's what we consider the last village on the island, even though technically, um, Tobago could kind of be seen almost as a circle, meaning one loop that goes full around. But if there was to be a last village, then most times Charlottesville is seen as that village, right? And fishing is very important to their culture. And my husband loves a good fish broth. And I am just like, you enjoy that, darling. You enjoy that because your girl in. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm not down. And as much as I know Tobagonians love fish broth, I know that there are Tobagonians out there who do not like it. So, and I'm one of them, and a proud one at that. Okay. Okay, so this one hurts my heart. It probably will hurt my heart more than it will hurt other Tobagonians' heart, but hurts me nonetheless. You serious? I've never been to Cotton Bay. Cotton Bay is this beautiful, secluded beach on the south side of Tobago, somewhere. I mean, and to tell you the truth, I am even really, really sure exactly where it is, right? Somewhere going up Mason Hall side up there. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been. It's supposedly just the most beautiful, majestic sight, and I would absolutely love to go. Never been. So the reason why me not having gone to Cotton Bay yet is probably, I mean, it may not be a shocker to many Tobagonians because I think not many Tobagonians have actually been to Cotton Bay, right? Because in order to get there, I mean, you're talking about a boat, right? Which while many Tobagonians might know somebody with a boat, I don't know how many willing to let somebody take them there on a boat, right? But the reason why it's remarkable for me specifically, I pride myself on knowing Tobago, like knowing a lot of Tobago, a lot of places where people will be like, what? Where is that? I'm like, what? How you don't know where that is? To me, Tobago too small to not have gone somewhere or to not have been to a place in Tobago. Like there's no village in Tobago that would shock me because I've been to all the villages in Tobago. But at least up until Cotton Bay became a thing, I thought I'd been to all the beaches in Tobago, right? And then Cotton Bay becomes a thing, and it's like, oh, but I've never been. I never went. Like, I've been to Sand Bay in Charlottesville, which is a multicolored, kind of pink sand beach in Tobago. And I haven't been to Cotton Bay. Like, what is that? That is crazy. Okay, that is crazy. And I need to rectify it. So definitely want to rectify that soon. The third thing that for sure going to get my Tobago card revoked, oh, bacchanal, is I was born in Trinidad. Yes, I was actually not born in Tobago. I mean, this is no fault of my own. I could not have determined that this would be the case. I was born in Trinidad, lived there probably for about 6 months, and then, I moved to Tobago in 1983, and that was, that I've not known any other home besides Tobago since that time. Well, I mean, of course I've moved out since then, but my home where I was bred is Tobago. Like, it just is Tobago. So while, I mean, that should be common knowledge by now, but I was not born in Tobago. So I was bred there, lived my entire formative, childhood, the teenage years there. And yeah, that might likely get my Tobago card revoked. Like, I mean, am I even Tobagonian if I wasn't born in Tobago? I know there's a lot of what you're going to say, but I am. I am definitely still Tobagonian. Okay? You can't take that away from me. Right? You could take the girl out of Tobago, but you can't take Tobago out of the girl. Alright? That's me. That's me. Tobago to the marrow. Okay, never going to the marrow. But yeah, something I didn't have control over, but nonetheless, I embraced Tobago. Tobago has embraced me. I suckled at her very bosom, and I'm Tobagonian. Fourth thing that is likely to get my Tobago card revoked is the fact that while Tobago is a crab eating island, right? Our national dish is curried crab and dumpling. I myself have never say what touched crab, and I've never, I mean, I killed crab already, but I never touched crab. I never touched crab. So what is torching crab? Torching crab is the process of actually catching crab, right? And it's something that happens at night, and it's just something that usually happens when, like when rain, and it's kind of damp and rain now fall as the best time to do it. And with the moon, right? It works with the moon. No, this may not be something that many Tobagonians have experienced, especially younger Tobagonians, to go torching crab, right? But in my, let's say my mother's generation, this was a thing. Like, this was normal. Like, girls, boys, this is something that they would do. They would go to torch crab, right? It didn't just happen to become a national dish just so, right? So people would go out with flashlights in the rain, like with boots on, looking for crab in kind of swampy mangrovey type areas. And that was a thing. It wasn't something that, it was an experience that most children would have, whether they were boys or girls. And for the amount of crab I does eat, right? For the amount of crab that I love, you would think that torching crab would have been one of the experiences that was just right up there on my list. No, never done it. Never done it. And I mean, to be fair, I don't know many good women my age who have had that experience. I don't know. Maybe y'all are out there, but um, I've never done it before. It's something I would love to experience. I really want to try doing it, but I mean, listen, I think it is a skill. Okay, I think it is a skill, and not everybody has this skill, especially if you're looking for the larger crab. So because of all of the eating of the crab and the fact that crab is Tobago's dish, it could be right now, the crab population in Tobago is not as large as it was from the perspective of numbers, the sheer number of crabs, and the actual crabs themselves are not that large. People just tend to call them spiders now because they've gotten so much smaller because people over hunting them. So one of the discussions is, should we think about putting like maybe a seasonal moratorium on the hunting of the crab, so like let me say every 6 months there's no hunting of crab for 6 months, which we've done with other wildlife populations like the guana or like I think the Maniku, right? So, or hunting season in general, it's from a certain time. So people are wondering if that we want to go down that road or just put a total ban on it for people, let's say, a 5-year period, a 10-year period, so that the crab population can catch itself, especially if for future generations, if we want to really say, curried crab and dumpling is Tobago's dish, we want to have crab in order to give you, because then you'll just get curry and dumpling, which tastes good too, but you need the crab to give it the kind of flavor. So that's always a topic up for an island-wide discussion on whether or not we want to have some kind of ban on crab hunting so that the populations can catch itself, can come back. Number 5 is that I have never eaten Maniku, tattoo, or guana. Okay, listen. And you don't judge me. You don't come for me, right? You eat what you like to eat. I eat what I like to eat. I never eat them things, right? No. Tobagonians and Trinidadians in general, we love our wild meat, right? Wild meat is usually non-domesticated animals that, you find in the forest and woodland areas, right? I am not. That ain't me. That ain't me. Maniku is what we call the possum. So them long tail, and they aren't they? I think they are vermin. They are pests, right? I don't know. But they look like large rats with a long tail, and I do not eat them. I know they are a popular dish. I know people love them. They are. Oh, just the sound of it, and they start drooling. Not I. Not I. Tattoos are armadillos, right? Yeah, those little hard-boiled, thing. People love them. I have not eaten them, and I don't think you're gonna get me to eat them. Ironically, I have had water tattoo. Water tattoo is really an alligator. Yes, I've had, or caiman. I've had that before. However, Maniku and tattoo, not happening. Guana also on the no list for me. I just don't like the look of it. Not my thing. Not my thing. And the thing is, in Florida, where I currently reside, I mean, these things just be here, literally begging to be put in somebody's pot, begging, right? Because they hear that the population is too much for even Florida to control, right? So at this point, they're like, please eat them, right? But and I don't know if that's true, although that is not that is not advice that I am giving for people to go out and eat them. But I'm just saying, here they're in abundance and in their number, and I will not be partaking of it. It's just not something. No, never. And if my Tobago card had to be revoked because of that, then take it. Come and take it. Let me see you. Come and take it. Now, this one is a bonus, but I actually think that many Tobagonians would probably also concur with me. Papayo. I did not actually step foot on Little Tobago until I was a big grown adult. Little Tobago is a smaller island off the coast of Speyside in Tobago. It wasn't always called Little Tobago. It actually was called Bird of Paradise Island. Why was it called that, Devonne? It was called that because the owner at the time, who was some lord or something from England, had created a bird sanctuary where he had imported all of these amazing birds. One of the birds that he imported was the bird of paradise. Apparently they were majestic, beautifully plumed birds, but there was a hurricane, and the hurricane basically destroyed all of that beautiful wildlife and never to be seen again. Not one of them, not birds of paradise, survived the hurricane. And yeah, so it used to be called Bird of Paradise Island. Soon after, the name kind of fell out of favor as well, so people started calling it Little Tobago. I didn't get to go there until I was a big woman. And then there are birds still found there, and I think about 4 species of iguana that are there, but frigate birds that call it home, but a far cry from what it once was. There's also another island off the coast of Speyside. It's called Giles Island, depending on who you ask. And there's a home there currently on the island. And it looked like it was a beautiful home. I always find it to be so stunning. Like 2 islands connected and then this house in the middle. That's one of my favorite places in Tobago to visit is Giles Island. I actually wanted to get married on that island, but the logistics were just too much. Those are the 5 things that would likely get my Tobago card revoked. If you want to get more of what it's like living in Tobago, head to this video right here. It should pop right up.